SOC Workbooks and Lookups. This room is part of the cold start event that is currently going on TryHackMe. Task number 1, introduction. Alert triage is a complex process that often requires analysts to gather additional information about affected employees or servers. This room explores SOC workbooks designed to streamline alert triage and explain various lookups methods to quickly retrieve user and system context. Learning objectives: familiarize with SOC investigation workbooks, learn where to find and how to use asset inventory in SOC, understand the importance of corporate network diagrams, and then practice workflows building inside an interactive interface. Prerequisites: complete the SOC Level 1 alert triage and alert reporting rooms, which are done under my channel. Have practice with investigation common attack chain, understand the fundamental networking concepts, and then preferably be familiar with the concept of SOAR playbooks. Answer the question below. I'm ready to start. Task number 2, asset and identities. Imagine having a night shift and looking into an alert saying that G. Baker logged into the server. Then the user downloaded the financial reports US in Excel for financial reports. Alright, and then share it with our LUN to correctly triage the alert and understand if the activity is affected. You will have to find answers to many questions. Who is G. Baker? What are their working hours and role in the company? What is the purpose and location of the server? Who can access it? Why could our LUN need access to the corporate financial records? Identity inventory. Identity inventory is a catalog of corporate employees, user accounts, services, machine accounts, and their details like privileges, contacts, and roles within the company. For the scenario above, identity inventory would help you get context about G. Baker and R. Lund and make it simpler to decide if the activity was expected or not. Here we see some examples of roles, locations, accesses, emails, users, and names. Sources of identities: Active Directories, on-premise Active Directory, IDs. Active Directory itself is an identity data set, and it is commonly used by SOC. Yeah, it's a great place. SSO providers, Okta, Google Workspace, cloud alternatives for Active Directory, an easy way to manage and search the users, HR systems, Bamboo HR, SAP, HIP, Bob. Limited to employees only, but usually provides full employee data. And then custom solutions, right? Like Excel sheets or CSVs. It is common for ITs or security teams to maintain their own solutions. Asset inventory. Asset inventory, also called asset lookups. It is a list of all computing resources within an organization's IT environment. Note that while asset is a vague term and can also refer to software, hardware, or employees, this room emphasizes servers and workstations only. For the scenario above, asset inventory would help you get context about the server. Here again, like above, we can see a list of host names, owners, devices, and then operating systems they use, right? Locations, IPs, and purposes. Source of assets. We have the same Active Directory source to investigate for devices, SIEM or EDR, Elastic or CrowdStrike. Some SIEM or EDR agents collect information about the monitored hosts, MDM solutions, MS, Microsoft Intune, Jamf, MDM, a dedicated class of solutions created to list a manage asset, a dedicated class of solutions created to list and manage assets, and then custom solutions like before, Excel or CSVs. Answer the question below. Looking at the identity inventory, what is the role of okay, let's see. What's the role of this person? Role is the US financial advisor. Checking the asset inventory, what data does this server store? This stores, let's see, file server for financial records. Finally, does the file sharing from the scenario look legitimate and expected? Yeah, it looks legitimate. Task number 3, network diagrams. Continuing identity and asset inventory topics, you might also need to look at the alert from a network point of view, especially in bigger companies. Consider the scenario where you are investigating a chain of related alerts based on firewall logs and want to give some meaning to the IPs you see. Network diagrams. To investigate the case above, you will have to find out what service is running at the 1044. Here we can see in the first one at 8, an IP is repeatedly connecting to a corporate firewall via TCP and then 10,443 port. At 2823, firewall logs shown that the same IP was translated to an internal IP. 825, the internal IP scanned an internal network, but does not find any open ports. And then at 32, the same IP is now scanning another network and can attack, and the attack seems to be ongoing. Then the identity, the subnet, all right, this IP belongs to and why it would ever try to connect to other subnets. A network diagram, a visual schema presents existing locations, subnets and their connections if an answer is, and their connection is an answer to your question. Here we see the threat actor. It used the internet, bypassed the firewall, and then here he can see right office subnets, VPN subnets, database subnets. Depending on the company size and structure, you may see more complex diagrams, but their use for SOC analysts remains the same to help understand suspicious network activity. In our scenario, you can refer to the network diagram and reconstruct the attack path as follows. Threat actor behind the IP performed a VPN brute force targeting the VPN IP. After a successful brute force the VPN login, the threat actor was assigned an IP from the VPN subnet. Then the adversary tried to scan the database subnet, but was likely locked by the firewall rules. And then seeing no success, the threat actor switches to other office subnets, looking for their next target. Yes, basically what we see here is what we see in the diagram, and it's explained here. Answer the question below. According to the network diagram, which service is exposed on the TCP 10,000 port? Well, is the VPN. Now, which subnet would server behind IP belongs to? 1721, okay, 116. Database subnet. Finally, does the scenario look like a true positive or a false positive? It's a true positive. Task number 4, workbooks theory. First, with asset inventory and network diagrams, you can get enough context about the user host or IP addresses. Next, your task is to make a verdict on whether the activity you see is safe or not. For some alerts, the analysis is simple, but some may require dozens of essential steps that must be followed to avoid missing vital details and confusing attack evidence. So how can you ensure all the analysis steps are always followed? SOC Workbooks. SOC Workbook, also called the playbook, runbook, or workflow, is a structured data document that defines the steps required to investigate and remediate specific threats effectively and consistently. Since L1 analysts are considered junior specialists and are not expected to triage every possible attack scenario perfectly, senior analysts often prepare workbooks to support their less experienced teammates. L1 analysts are recommended and sometimes even required to triage the alerts precisely according to workbooks to avoid mistakes and streamline the analysis. Here we have an example of this workbook. Enrichment stagement, investigation stagement, and escalation stagement. Enrichment stagement, where we receive the alert, we use Bamboo HR to find out expected users' locations, login IPs and threat intelligence services, and then look up login IP and anonymization detection service. In the investigation stage, login IP confirmed to be malicious, yes, then escalation stage. If no, use Splunk to list user actions following the login. Any suspicious actions like MFA, multi-factor authentication reset. Escalation stage if yes. If no, run Splunk login time dashboard for 90 days. Login via VPN or from any type of location. Yes. Escalation stage. No. Login time atypical for the user. Yes. Again, escalation. No. Close the alert as false positive. If yes, for the escalation stage, we have write alert reporting and escalate the alert to L2 analyst. Here also for login via VPN or from a typical location, we have contact the user and proceed depending on the user's response. Then escalation stage again. The diagram above is a typical example of an investigation workbook aimed to help L1 analysts triage alerts about typical emails, web or corporate VPN logins. Most workbooks diagrams are supplemented with a detailed textual guide and links to be mentioned resources. Also note how the workbook is divided into 3 logical groups. By following the steps in the correct order, you can guarantee high quality alert triage and eliminate cases where the verdict is made without enough evidence. Enrichment, use threat intelligence and identity inventory to get information about the affected user. Investigation, using the gather data and SIEM logs, make your verdict if the login is expected. Escalate the alert to L2 or communicate the login with the user if necessary. Answer the question below. Which SOC role would use workbooks the most? L1 analyst. What is the process of gathering user host or IP context using TI and lookups? Enrichment. Looking at the workbook example, what platform is used as an identity inventory source? Bamboo HR. Task number 5. Let's see the website. Different teams have different approaches to workbook building. Some teams may have hundreds of complex workbooks for every possible detection rule, more like a SOAR automation playbook than human guides. Other teams may prepare just a few high-level workbooks for the most common attacks vectors and rely more on the experience and the decision-making of L1 analysts. In any case, you as an L1 analyst should know how to divide your investigation into modular blocks and build simple workbooks around it. We have the practice, what we see here. Let's practice building the workbooks. Open the attached site, right, and fill in the missing workbook steps from the options. Drag and drop the options to their respective positions. If the position is correct, the option will stick there. Once you are done, receive the flag and continue to the next section. What is the flag you receive after completing the first, second, and third? Okay, notify all employees in investigate. Okay. Take ownership. The email. Then after the investigation, continue to the attachment analysis. Use sandbox for binaries and manual code review for scripts. If the attachment malicious origin fake or email is unexpected for the recipient role. Gather the recipient, this one if yes. And investigate, write an alert, write a short alert, this is for no. Close as false positive. And here, if gather triage evidence on that, notify, investigate login events or only mail to the corporate server. Write an alert to L2. Most common SOC work. I mean, this is the first workbook flag. Let's see. Second one. Contact the user in the alert. Save the result in the win process. Assign the alert to the system owner. Write a brief comment. Build a process tree to find out the parent process and accounts used. Write an alert. Use threat intel to assign an alert to yourself. Get context, malicious. This is the first one. What's going on? Okay, so assign the alert to yourself. Use threat intel to analyze the URL. Build a process tree. Then what else? Is the file malicious again? Okay, so if it's not malicious, then let's see. This is what we do. Write a brief comment. If it's malicious, we'll save the what we found, and then we write the L2. Yeah. So we have extra information to give to him. And then the third scenario, let's see. Write an alert, list ports, assign the alert to yourself. This is the first step. List ports listed by the IP, find out. Okay. If source is corporate, verify. Yeah, verify this. Then again, if the source is, we don't see. If the source IP unlisted, or does the scanning pattern remind malicious directed attempt? Okay. So if it's not, then write an alert report. Explain your version and attach the evidence to L2 review scan. For open ports, write an alert comment. This is if not, but if is unlisted, or does the scanning pattern remind malicious discovery, and write an alert report to L2. Task number 6, conclusion. Nice work on building the workbooks. Remember to use the existing lookbooks like asset inventory or network map to better understand the alerts and push your team to implement and maintain workbooks to streamline and simplify SOC operations. Hope you enjoyed the room. Answer the questions below. I am ready to move on.